Hello everyone and welcome to this reading. Today's topic is going to be who regrets not appreciating you enough. This reading is not meant to be a love reading. I usually label my love reading separately with a word love in the titles, so I don't think this is going to be a love related reading. If it really comes through, I will address it, but for the most part I don't think that's going to be the case. In order to help you choose, we will have three groups as always. Group number one will get the card in the left. Group number two will get the card in the middle. Ooh. And group number three will get the card in the right. Okay, so group one, group two, and group three. Please take your time in making your choice. I will put the timestamps in the description box as always. Feel free to choose more than one group this time if you are being called to, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, group number one. If you chose this card, this is going to be your reading. Let's find out who regrets not appreciating you enough. Let's see, who is this person? What can we find out about this person? Or a group of people maybe. We have Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Three of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, the Wheel, let's squeeze one more, and Knight of Cups. So for a lot of you, I'm seeing a very strong work connection. Or if that's not the case, if this doesn't resonate, it could be something related to money or financial assets. I feel like the two of you at some point were meant to work together. But I am also seeing some sort of an inequality, like somebody was bringing more to the table than the other person. Now, this working together, given the fact that we also have an Ace of Cups here, could also be about a romantic partnership or some sort of an emotional partnership. So you might have been very good friends. You might have been in a marriage, maybe that you try to work out together, a very serious commitment. Or you might have been work associates or work colleagues. I feel like this person was very, in a sense, hot and cold, very inconsistent with how they treated you, with how they saw your relationship connection, whatever the nature of this connection. So it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. I feel like this person was not the nicest person. I feel like you put in a lot of heart into your connection with this person, or for some of you, it could even be like a company. Okay, you've put a lot of heart into it, a lot of passion. You were very open-hearted about this, and they were offering very little in return. Maybe a lot of them were only offering promises. I'm seeing for some of them some passive-aggressive behavior. Some of them might have been really, really mean, or they might have said something that's really, really hurtful. This person could have been somebody who was heavily influenced by outsiders, by people from the outside, by outside interferences. They might have valued those people from the outside or outside interferences a lot more than they valued you. Maybe they valued their input a lot more. Okay, so I'm seeing an outside interference, somebody like a third party. Okay, but third party doesn't necessarily have to be like I said, a romantic thing. It's just somebody who gets involved. In some cases, if this was a friend, for example, they might have associated themselves with other people and they were talking crap about you, they were bad-mouthing you, they were spreading evil gossip about you. they were not being very fair towards you. This person might have been a bit jealous of you. In some cases, because of your financial success or career success, or because of your work ethic, or because if you have very solid moral values, because you go by the book, you follow the rules, or they were simply jealous because you might have been more appreciated by people around you for being nice, for being helpful. I'm getting a very specific message. In some cases, they were irritated by the fact that you were always so nice. Even if you were nice to them, even if you had a suspicion that they were not a good person, you always kept being so nice to them and everyone around you. And this irritated them even more. It's like they were irritated by, they saw it, in a sense, they saw it as a weakness, but they were not irritated because of that, because they were irritated because compared to when people compare the two of you, okay, when the people saw the two of you together, you made them look bad, okay? You were putting them in the bad light simply because you are so much nicer than they were. And I feel like this was a very nasty person, or they could have come across as a very nasty person, somebody who just couldn't keep their mouth shut, who always praise themselves as, I'm just being honest, I'm just being myself, I'm just being authentic, and they were using that excuse to hide their nasty personality and their nasty thoughts and all, the nasty words and behaviors. Let me get some more about this person. Could also be, like I said, they could be very jealous of your financial stability or of your career. Because this person, on your work ethic, because this person might have difficulties holding down a job or holding on to money. They could be a avid spender. They could spend a lot with their outside interferences, with third parties, and they might resent you for being more wise about the way you spend and the way you invest, because they are certainly not wise enough. For some of you, I'm hearing again a very specific message. They are irritated that you did not want to invest in some sort of an idea of theirs, or invest with them or for them in this idea that they thought was going to be successful, because you saw that it was not going to work out. You saw that it was not a good business, and you just didn't want to take that risk. Okay, so maybe you recognize this person. Let's see more about this 8 of Pentacles. We have 3 of Wands, and we have the Moon. This person has regrets about not appreciating you at that time, because now they feel like you would leave them alone. I feel like this person always counted on the fact that because of your kindness, you will always be there by their side. So this might have been, for a lot of you, this might have been at least a psychologically abusive person who always counted on their manipulation, or always counted on your good nature to be there by that you would always be there by their side to support them no matter what. And I feel like for a lot of you, you might have put some distance between yourself and this person, or at least you emotionally detached from this person. And this has caused a lot of fears for this person, because now they are feeling very alone. They are feeling left in the dark. They don't know, for a lot of them, again specific, they don't know how to function without you and without your support. I feel like a lot of small accomplishments, even those accomplishments that they've had while still being in a connection with you and interacting with you, were because of your help. But they always refuse to acknowledge that. They always refuse to acknowledge your help and your implication in their life and in their successes, if they had even small successes. And now they are terrified. So let's see what they're afraid of. We have 6 of Pentacles. A lot of them are terrified that I feel like they've realized that you are bringing more into this relationship connection than they were bringing. And if you've put some distance between the two of you, two parties, doesn't necessarily have to be two people. It could be you and a company, like I said. So translate to your situation if it resonates, okay? I feel like you had more to bring to the table than this person. And the moment the two of you took separate paths, you came out still winning, or at least you didn't lose that much, but they lost a lot more, if not double the amount. For some of you, very specific, if this was a company that we're talking about, this company started to actually lose money, lose contracts ever since you left. So they could see that losing you and taking you for granted while they had you is starting to cause some losses, some serious financial losses. And you are doing so much better now, or you're at least doing good. You're not losing anything, and they keep bleeding money. Okay, so let's see more. We have the karmic trench. We have the Queen of Roses. We have the Queen of Forces. We have two queens. We have two worlds. I want to squeeze one more quick, and we have wishes fulfilled. I feel like a lot of you have put up some very, very good boundaries. You went from this Queen of Roses, which, like I said, it was a very loving, I'm sorry for my hands, from a very loving, very helpful energy, okay, very compassionate energy, very devoted energy, to this Queen of Forces, which is a much more balanced energy, right? So you sort of learned how to go after your own interests, after your own goals, and not settle for a less. And there is clearly distance here, so you did put a lot of distance between you and this other party, and you just went on your way to follow your dreams, and your dreams are starting to slowly become a reality. While this other part, okay, this other element, this person or company who regrets, organization, whatever you want to call it, who regrets not appreciating you enough, is still stuck bearing the consequences of their own actions, okay? They are stuck doing things on their own, things that they are not used to do on their own. And I feel like even if this was a company, I feel like you did the job of many people, for example. And even if this was a friendship or a family situation or a relationship situation, it still feels like you did the job of more than one person. So you had numerous jobs in this connection, and now that you left, this person is alone and they have to fill that job on their own. I feel like there is no replacing you here. That's the feeling I'm getting. There's no replacing you, because there are not many people who are as good as you, with that work ethic, who are as nice and compassionate as you were. And I don't think they will find that anytime soon. And you have evolved, you have transformed, like I said, into this Queen of Forces. So even if they would convince you to go back, which I feel like they would like to convince you to go back, you are not that same old person. You have changed, and they realize that, and they realize that their games have come to an end. And now they regret that, because they're slowly sinking. On this card, we have the Oracle of Delphi. And I feel like this is, again, very specific. There are a lot of contracts or a lot of documents, paperwork that they don't know how to handle. So a lot of things that they don't know how to handle, but especially documents and paperwork and contracts, something of that sort. They have no idea what to do about it. They're like... some of them, I feel like they're struggling in debt. They're getting in debt. They've taken out loans and they can't pay them back. So maybe for some of you, they were trying to use you as a cash cow, in a sense. because, and I feel like they are trying to portray themselves as somebody who's very successful, who's doing very well. Who, me? I'm just fine. But the reality that you might not be aware of is that they are sinking. Okay, they are sinking, and especially financially. Okay, there's a very strong financial element here. They are sinking financially. They have creditors coming for them. They have contracts that they need to respect, and is this in what I'm hearing for spirit? This is just the beginning. So it's just at the beginning, and it's going to get so much worse for them. And I feel like with this moon card, I feel like they're slowly starting to realize that, right? They're starting this, you see that swirling energy there. It's like they're swirling deeper and deeper and deeper. They're sinking deeper into this, the consequences of you leaving this entire negative situation behind you. Okay, so group number 1, I will leave it at this. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Hi, group number 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose this card, this is going to be for you. These messages are going to be for you. Let's find out who regrets not appreciating you enough. Okay, let's see who this person is, why they are regretting it. This Queen of Swords. We have the Moon. We have King of Swords. We have the World. We have King of Pentacles. We have King of Cups. And this is it for now. So we have very strong energy. We have 3 kings and 1 queen. So we have a very powerful masculine energy. So this doesn't necessarily have to be gender specific, but it's somebody who has a lot of masculine energy, traits of the masculine energy. There is a little bit of an imbalance between the feminine energy, like we see the Moon and the Queen of Swords, and then the masculine energy with all the kings. And I feel like for a lot of you, this was almost like a battle of the egos, like it was a little bit back and forth. This is somebody who saw themselves above you. Mainly because you could be an introvert, or you could be more discreet, you don't like to stand out, or you are very in tune with your delicate side, sensitive side, and they are more on a dominant side, aggressive side, okay? And this person was also very focused, very oriented towards finances, towards material assets, towards earthly pleasures, let's call them like that. They enjoyed having things, they enjoyed buying things. They could have made more money than you did, but intellectually I see that the two of you were at the same level, or are at the same level. However, this person was somebody who clearly underestimated you. They clearly underestimated your intelligence, your cunning nature, your integrity, the way you chased your goals, you followed your goals, the way you were expressing yourself, the way you were presenting yourself. They underestimated all of that because, like I said, you were very discreet about it. You were not the type to stand out. And I feel like they were the dominant one in whatever relationship the two of you had. So there was some sort of an imbalance going on there. Let me see more about this World card. We have Temperance. This person could have worked in the medical field. Doesn't necessarily have to resonate for everyone. So they might have been a doctor, a nurse, or any other worker in the health field. And we have Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is somebody who is very cheap. Somebody who was, oh, for some of you, I feel like this person was very paranoid when it came to their finances. And I feel like they were obsessed that people might take advantage of them, but they had no reservations in, using up other people's resources. And for some of you, I'm hearing a very specific message. This person was threatened by your intelligence and by your accomplishments, or at least your potential. And they might have tried also to hold you back or to discourage you for pursuing certain intellectual venues, like continuing your studies, or getting a better job, or getting a raise, or something of that sort. I am seeing that you turned your back to this person. For some of you, I see like you dissociated in your connection with this person, right? Like you've hidden all your feelings in a cage, or maybe you were trapped in this connection, or maybe you felt trapped in this connection. You saw this connection as a golden cage. I'm sorry, I hope that makes sense. This can get very specific, okay, but they might have had some financial power over you, or they might have been your superior in a certain way, maybe at a job, or maybe when it came to finances. And like I said, they were doing a lot better financially than you were, but you had so much more potential, and you felt like you couldn't leave, so you dissociated. You emotionally detached from this person during that connection. Some of you could still be in a connection with this person. Let's see. Okay. We have the Hermit. We have Judgment. We have Ace of Wands. Now, some of you might have gotten out of this a long time ago. With the Temperance card, this could also be about healing. So it could be that you healed and you removed yourself from this situation. And with the Hermit and the Judgment card, it could also be that you exposed this person. You exposed this person and their deeds and their true intentions. I am also seeing that this, again, very specific. This person, look at this King of Cups card, okay? The way he sits there preaching and all, like in this very Zen energy. This person was trying to portray themselves as somebody who is like almost like a savior, a rescuer, somebody who is a good person, somebody who is helping everyone, like almost like a guru type of person, very calm, very composed, which very spiritual, focus on the spiritual side. So they could pretend they're very, very spiritual, but in reality, they're very oriented towards money. They're very focused towards money. They're very focused towards success. They want success, and they have a very sharp mind and very business-oriented mind. So this is just a facade. And I feel like a lot of you might have started to expose this person unwillingly, or maybe with the Judgment card, if you were in a relationship with this person, or in some sort of a contract situation with this person. It might have been a case of a trial or a divorce, and things started to come out. Things started to be exposed, and you are starting to ruin their image. People are starting to see what was going on, and they are not very happy about it. They're actually very, very angry about this whole situation, because it kind of feels like you are burning down their accomplishments. Let's see more about this Ace of Wands. We have Larian, which for me is also the Hermit energy. Again, so, okay. Let's see, Fated Meeting. Number 2, and we have Clearing the Way. I'll do a spread here. And we have Up in the Air. All right, and we have the Akashic Field. Let's squeeze one more, and we have King of Roses. Oh, okay, so some of you might have met somebody else. Now, this somebody else doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic situation, but it is somebody who is very supportive and somebody who has helped you move on with your life from this previous situation. Somebody who maybe helped you to take the first steps in getting out of this situation. Now, this somebody could have been another romantic partner. There could have been a family member, a good friend, a coworker, a boss, and a person who actually had the power to help you and get you out of there, who gave you some strength to overcome these obstacles. For some of you specific, it's even a psychologist, okay? So like a therapist. And you decided to cut your losses, and this person is not very happy about it. And again, like I said, this Ace of Wands clarified by this Hilarion card, which is also like reminding me of the Hermit energy. This old man sitting there and reading from this book, and all those witnesses there, and like the ghost from the past, okay, showing up in the room. Something happened here, even if you might not be aware of it. Some of you could be aware of it. Some of you might not be aware of it, because like it's this energy of letting go. You just let everything go. You did what you had to do, and you just detached yourself from the situation. Don't care about it. You cut your losses. I don't care what I get from this deal. I don't want anything. I'm just gonna step away from this, put some distance between me and this situation. But the consequences of their actions, okay, their troubled past is coming back to haunt them. And there's no hiding from there. And this could be about a different person who came in. With this King of Roses, they might have found their match, okay, another sort of masculine energy here, who became their match and started to expose this. And I feel like now this person has no regrets about what they did to you. Okay, they have no regrets about it. They regret getting caught. Okay, they regret that their entire scheming and their planning, and this planning and scheming took a while. Okay, they've been doing this for years and years and years. They regret that it's all crumbling down now. It's all being exposed, and it's ruining their reputation. And this is a stain that will be very difficult to wash away for a very, very long time. I feel like their reputation will never recover after this trial or exposure, or I don't know. And let's see more about this King of Roses. Who is this person exposing them? So now they're sort of looking back with regret at the times when they had power. They felt they had power when they were with you. And maybe this getting exposed like this has some sort of a connection with you, has something to do with you. We have Sangha community. It's almost like somebody from your inner circle has the power, it has the means to continue your battle. Maybe you don't want to continue your battle because you're exhausted and you don't want to waste your time on it any longer. You don't want to give it any more energy. But somebody from your inner circle wants to see justice. And they want to stop this person from doing the same thing to other people. Okay, one last card. And we have wishes fulfilled. 5 of Keys and the Queen of Scrolls. And for some of you, again, very specific, you might get a very, very good deal. Okay, the future ahead of you is going to be amazing, but I feel like you will get some sort of a revenge. You will get a satisfaction that even if you came out hurt by that situation, nobody else is going to fall into that trap ever again. Like I said, the reputation of this person who regrets not appreciating you is going to be beyond any sort of repair. We also had the Akashic field, so it's like that stain is going to be there forever. But in like financial wise or contractual wise, like paperwork wise, I feel like you will have some sort of gain from this. Or at least you will achieve some freedom to be able to focus on yourself. You will have the opportunity of a new direction. I will leave it at that. Hopefully you recognize this person. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this card, these messages are going to be for you. Let's see who regrets not appreciating you enough. Who is this person? Let's see. Maybe we can find out why they regret not appreciating you enough. We have 5 of Wands. We have 7 of Pentacles. We have 10 of Pentacles. We have Page of Cups. We have 8 of Swords. We have 5 of Cups. So the first thing I heard when I saw this Page of Cups card, I thought of like mine, and my precious. So this is somebody who is very, very possessive. And it's somebody who you could still be in that situation. Like they have a very hard time letting go. They don't know how to let go. This is a very stubborn person. I'm getting a very strong Taurus energy. They simply cannot let go. For some of you, very specific message. This could be as a narcissist or somebody with like a narcissistic personality disorder or even a sociopath who sees you as a narcissistic supply. Of course, this is very specific, doesn't have to resonate for everyone. But I am seeing here that this person is very inclined towards conflict. So this is a person who you used to argue a lot. They used to find reasons to fight with you over the smallest things. It was always a very conflicting connection between the two of you, and they were the one looking for reasons to have a conflict. It's like this is what kept them going. And with this 10 of Pentacles energy, this could be a family member, somebody that you had a very strong foundation with, somebody who comes from a very long tradition or a very strong culture, somebody who has very old-fashioned values in a sense, values that are not seen in a very positive way in our today's society and today's mentality. They enjoyed keeping you trapped in a certain way. They enjoyed keeping you under their control. They enjoyed holding on to control. For a lot of you, they might have done that by psychologically manipulating you. Okay, always reminding you of what they've done for you, all the ways they have helped you, all the money they've invested in you. They've been such a good person to you. They've been maybe they've been lending you money. Maybe everything they've done for you, they present it as a favor, okay? Not as something that you deserve, not as something that you worked on, but as a favor from their part. Like they took pity on you and they were the bigger person who wanted to help you. So it's and like I said, they are very possessive over your energy. They still feel very possessive over your energy. They feel very entitled over your energy, over your time, over your presence. They feel very entitled over that. And some of them feel like you should always be there. Okay? At their calling. Whenever they call you, that you should always be there. Or at least that's how they felt in the past. Let's see more about this, okay? Let me see more about this Page of Cups first. We have Queen of Pentacles. Let's see this Ten of Swords. We have Five of Pentacles. I feel like this is a person who has a very good position. I did mention that, like, they have a very strong foundation. Some of them could have a very strong foundation. They could have assets. They could have a lot of financial support. They could run a big institution or a big company, a big business, something of that sort. Even a big school or something similar to that. So they have the financial means or the practical means to help you. And they feel like they have helped you. Okay, but I feel like they've given you pennies, okay? Like they were stringing you along in a sense. And we have the Queen of Wands. And again, this very, very fire in nature, very conflicting energy. Somebody who has a bad temper. This is somebody who is very emotionally unstable. They are cool and collected, and all of a sudden they just start bursting into anger. They get irritated by a lot of things. Some of them could be like very reckless. They jump into making all these silly decisions or bad financial investments that always seem to work out. There are people like that, okay? Some of them work out, some of not. This is a person with very strong initiative. So they like to take initiative. They like to take control. They like control. That's the thing. They like control. And I feel like they asserted control over you through financial means, in a sense, or some sort of material promises. Okay, let's see if we can see. If we can find out. Let's see if we can find out why they regret not appreciating you. We have views of the ego, and we have the journey, and we have setting your course. Okay, so you clearly left the situation, and you have the Buddha prepares. Okay, and we have Archangel Gabriel. And we have wishes fulfilled. This card came out in every single group, this wishes fulfilled, which is, I'm glad, because it's a good sign for all of you watching, to be honest. Okay, so a lot of you have moved on from this situation. You have moved on, and I feel like some of you even realized your true value. You realized that this person was not valuing you at your true potential, and you decided that you no longer want to continue staying in this situation. Not only that, but some of you might have started a business or something that could compete with what this other person has. Okay, so you might have become a competition for this other person. And if we're talking about a business or a company or a workplace, some of you could have even stolen this person's clients, customers, or you might have gained on your side people that used to initially be on their side, which sort of irritates this person because in a sense they're also terrified that people will see their true nature, or people at least acknowledge the fact that you were not valued enough in that situation. And this recognition comes as a criticism for this person. And this person does not like to be criticized because this person has a huge ego. So these other people, by siding with you, are indirectly criticizing them, criticizing their actions, criticizing their judgment. And they don't like that. They don't, like I said, they like absolute control. And you are flourishing and you are gaining support, and for some of you, you are gaining momentum. Like I said, you could become competition for this person, or at least they are afraid that you could become competition. Because see, even if this person tried to put you down, they tried to string you along, they did realize your potential. They did know what you are capable of, and the moment that you escape from their absolute control, They are very much aware that if you put your mind to it, you could become at least as good as they are. Financially, materially speaking, okay? Not necessarily being a crappy person like they are. I'm sorry if I'm not, if I wasn't specific or very clear about that. So they are terrified of that. Even if you don't plan on starting a business or competing with them, that thought, it's still in the back of their mind, and they don't enjoy that. So I'm sorry. So in a sense, it's a matter of losing you. That's why they regret not appreciating you enough. They did not want to appreciate you enough then. They did not want to, because they wanted to keep you trapped, to be under their control, to be under their influence, because you could become a potential competitor for this person. Let's see what else. Let's see more about why they regret not appreciating you. We have in crescent moon. We have on track. We have the King of Forces. Oh, okay. We have the Ark of the Covenant. Real quick, we have the Bird's Nest. So a lot of you could have like very good social skills, even if you don't feel like you resonate with that. I feel like a lot of you were very appreciated by the people around you, around the two of you, you and this other person. You were very appreciated by that. Also, I feel like you were taking care of the nasty things, of the things that this other person wanted to avoid. You might have been taking care of details, small details. You might have made appointments for this person. You might have organized schedules for this person. Now, so see, this could be about work. Doesn't necessarily have to be about, but it could also be like a family, a partner, something of that sort. Okay, you made doctor appointments. You made customer appointments. You took care of a lot of things, and especially a lot of tedious details that this person was trying to avoid. And I feel like for some of these people, they were left like, okay, what do I do now? Like they were left a little bit in the dark because they don't know how to handle those things, or they're irritated. And again, with this Ark of the Covenant, this sense of community, I feel like and again, I feel like this emphasis of you taking people with you, having people by your side, building your own community, who would listen to your side of the story, and very specific. Okay, again, doesn't necessarily have to resonate for everyone. I feel like some of them have been excluded from certain circles because of you. So somebody, people from higher circles started to see them in a negative light because of you and the situation you went through with this other person. And they're not happy about it. They might have lost certain opportunities after you left. You closed the door to certain opportunities because they only had access to those opportunities as long as you were the mediator. But now that you're gone, that's not going to happen. I feel like this person, like I said, they have a bad temper and they're very impatient. So they don't have the patience to take care of the nitty-gritty stuff. And they also don't have the patience to be diplomatic about certain stuff. So they know how to build connections in that sense. You are the spokesperson for this individual or institution, if that's the case. Okay, they don't have the ability to do that. They come off as very arrogant and very argumentative. Okay, and always in this very entitled energy and very snappy. Okay, they don't have the patience to negotiate. They don't have the patience to be nice to people, even if they don't want to be nice to people. So that kind of, makes them lose a lot, and especially connections. This person is losing connections. That's the emphasis on the word connections. Let's see one last card. So I know I'm making it sound like it's a business or like a company or a boss or a coworker or something, but you can translate it into family members, whatever situation you feel drawn to, okay? I don't want to be very specific. When it's specific, you noticed I mentioned it's specific. Okay, one last card and then we'll wrap it up. We have intricacies and industry, okay? So yeah, again, the attention to details. I feel like you see, like he's building almost like a foundation. You were the foundation of this person's life. And now they regret not appreciating you enough or not using you in a wise manner, okay? Because they wanted to exploit you. They wanted to keep you for themselves and exploit you. And some of them, I feel like they regret relying on you so much because at the end of the day, they did have faith in your abilities and they acknowledge that what you've built with them or under their control, supervision, whatever, was indeed quality work. Okay, whatever that the nature of that work. Okay, you have actually built a strong foundation. You have made a big impact on their existence, and now they're terrified. I feel like that foundation is threatened. Okay, so yeah, I think I will leave it at this good number for you. Okay, thank you so much for being here. I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.